Hello, YouTube fans. Fan here, and I'm here to do my first Star Wars diorama review. I'd like to start by saying that this review was brought to my attention as I was looking on YouTube one day, looking up Star Wars figures, and I ran into a Mr. Serpent 21, and I thought he did an excellent review of custom Jabba Palace diorama. And I said, well, I'm gonna get into it myself. He also spoke about the customizable card game I never knew anything about, and went and got some information on these things. And I said, well, I'm gonna put one together myself and see how it roll. First off, I wanna let you know there were little cardboard diorama scenes that they made. You can buy. The only ones that they actually made were from Jabba's palace, and they made one from the cantina. And it's just cardboard, a little folded cardboard, and you tape it together, and it'll hold shape pretty good. The only thing I really don't like about it is this part right here. The Rancor is at the bottom, and then I don't like that too much. But overall, it was a pretty good thing. He had all of this in his review. I do have some figures that I didn't see in his review, but we'll go ahead and get into it. I have a mixture of Power of the Force, a vintage collection, Saga Legends and Saga Legacy figures inside of this diorama. Some of them, had better posability, more movie accurate. So I was just like, I'll do a little puzzle mix up of this thing. I'm gonna work with this laser pointer I have here to try to point out the figures. Here, let's start off here to my left. We have a Gamorrean Guard, a vintage collection. Next we have Jaquil, Droopy McCool, Snoodle, the vintage. Power of the Force, Max Rebo. Now, the Power of the Force Max Rebo I like a lot better than the vintage because he was actually one solid blue instead of a solid blue body and a lighter blue arms and that sort of thing. But I also am a fan of the original Star Wars Return of the Jedi, not the one where they added all the CGI, Snoodle and stuff like that. I think this, because I am an original Star Wars fan, so all the extra CGI, which made good for the movie, some of it actually took away from the vintageness of it in my eyes. But that's my opinion on it. Here we have Han Solo and Carbonite. Now this Han Solo, there were a lot of Han Solo Carbonites made, but I wanted the ones that kind of were more movie accurate because I do have both. And I have this Solo Carbonite. I have the Carbonite where he's actually emptied out of it and it's just a shell. And I have the Carbonite where he's actually thawing. Here in the back here we have a Manaman. We have Bounty Hunter Bosk. Now Bosk, you actually can see in the movie, at least in the sail barge. If you play around in the movie, I'm pretty sure you'll see him in there. We have Nikto Gunner. Nikto Gunner. You usually see him by Boba Fett in the movie. You have Jabba's head of security, Ifantman. You have Sarah Maley. Some call him Yak Face. Here you have a vintage collection figure. They call him Wolf. Get focus here. They call him Wolf. If you go back to the original vintage, he was actually a Klaatu figure. If you go through and watch him in the movie, he's in the movie. Let's see. The next guy you got here, you have Polt Snitkin. He actually works on one of the skiffs. You have Power of the Force Greedo here, but there was an alien of Greedo's race in Jabba's palace named Beto, and that's who we have here. See, we get in the back here. We have, that's Barada. He works on the skiff. Now I'm going to go down here and see if I can get in here. Now here we have Bubo, the little dog creature that was at the head of Jabba's palace when C-3PO and R2 walks in. He was at the door chained up. Here we have Tanis Spijic. We have this Ishitip alien here. Now, this is not the original figure because they never released him. But the alien in the palace that looked like him without the robe was called Shasatil. Here we have a Weequay. Next we have Tessic. He was supposed to be working with Bib Fortuna some kind of way. Then we have Reese, your little three-eyed goat guy. Now this character right here, I actually really went looking for this character. Let me zoom in for you. This character is called Herchik Kesfaz. He was part of a Cantina crew, but there was a alien just like him inside of the palace, and his name was Garan Naztal. In the back here we have a Nikto guard, skiff guard. Then we have Dengar. We have Hermie Odal. Up here at the top, we have this little creature here. His name is Goel, or some call him wall carbosite. And he's like a little slug that sticks on the walls and uses his tongue to try to get in your mind. Back here we have this Boba Fett. Now this Boba Fett I like. He's a Saga Legacy. I like him for the simple fact that his helmet's removable. There is some things that he's lacking, but for the most part, the removable helmet brings a lot more back to him. Here you have C-3PO, Bib Fortuna. Here you have Lando in his disguise as Tamtil Screech. You have another Gamorrean guard. You have a custom Ula. She has a chain that's been added. Here's Jabba's other dancer. Her name is Yarna D. Osgargan. Here you have Klaatu. And you have another Weequay. Now, I added some Jawas. He spoke about the game, like I said, and I added some Jawas to it. Each of these Jawas have their specific name, and I gave them a specific role so far as the game said. Here we have Witten. Right here beside Witten, we have Avon Lund. Here you have Rakik Denek. The Jawa behind Hermie Odal is Kalit. Now this Jawa here in the back, that Jawa had a different role. You can see it in the movie, but this Jawa was actually a female. She was a shaman, and she worked out a deal with Jabba. And as her part of the deal, she actually would use the leaf to fan Jabba. And now we go to the man himself. This is my vintage collection, Jabba the Hutt. He has pretty good detail. I actually did some custom work to him. To his hookah pipe. I actually got the pipe from the 83 Jabba, and then I put it to the actual hookah that came with him. I have the deluxe Jabba's little frog creature inside of the hookah. Now on Jabba's dais, I added a piece of cloth. The dais comes with pillows. It actually rolls and makes a pretty good little reenactment if you want to do, someone falling into the Rancor pit and his dais rolls up to look inside the vented area. But overall, this is a pretty big collection of figures. I've been doing it now for a little over a year. I'm almost complete. I'm missing one figure. I do have Bosch. I do have Chewbacca, Luke, and Han Solo. I do have a slave Princess Leia. I do have the two Rancor keepers. I have Malakili and Garan. And I'm I'm currently working on a Jabba's droid torture room diorama, and I'm working on the Rancor pit. So stay tuned, YouTube fans, and everything willing, I'll be back with the other two reviews. So may the force be with you.